And we are so proud of her. She's done an amazing job, and she is not done yet. So thank you for being with her. She has always been with you. I have to say this tonight. Good night. We will be back. We'll have more to say. Let's get those votes counted, and let's bring this home. Thank you so much for all of you have done. You are in all of our hearts. Thank you.
That is the statement tonight from the Hillary Clinton campaign. John Podesta, the controversial campaign chairman, who has been with the Clintons for years, all the way back to the Bill Clinton administration, a long association with the Clinton family. He ran the campaign. He comes out tonight. Hillary Clinton will not talk tonight. She may talk tomorrow. But that's it from the Clinton campaign tonight. You get a big thank you from John Podesta for hanging in there, and he's reminding us that she's always been with us. This is unparalleled in American politics. Now, get this. This is the same campaign that was questioning Donald Trump as to how he would handle the outcome of the election. And Hillary Clinton is playing right into the narrative of Donald Trump. She's tired, low energy, going to bed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Her supporters are up, but she won't speak. I think this is the epitome of arrogance in American politics. This is why she lost the election, if it turns out that way. It's this arrogance that it's hard to rally behind. That these people who have done so much for Hillary Clinton, they're left at the watershed tonight, inside the Javits Center in New York City. We'll see you tomorrow. We don't even know if we're going to be the president or not, but we'll see you tomorrow. And oh, by the way, she's been with you all along. I have never in my life seen anything like this. That is the mark of a quitter. I'm stunned. I'm more stunned about this tonight than anything else. This is a moment to say goodbye to the Clintons. This is a moment to say, Hillary and Bill, go off, retire, don't ever try to raise another dollar for any progressive candidate again. This has all been a dog and pony show, and you left the show tonight when we're still ready to hear you. I think I could talk for another 5 hours on this. I've never seen anything like this.
Ed,
what a quitter!
I mean, especially when you think about what, 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, I can't keep track anymore. When we were talking to Terry O'Neill, someone who's put her neck out for Clinton, the National Organization for Women, rallying voters. She was so enthusiastic. They were so confident. And now, for all those people there gathering in support of Clinton, to not even hear her speak tonight, Ed. I mean, as you say...
This just plays into... This is the epitome of arrogance in American politics.
And then for John Podesta, after everything that the campaign has been through in the past few weeks, to be the one to take the stage.
Yeah, Johnny, go take the bullet for us tonight out on stage, the PR bullet here. You can handle this.
That's what you get for
this
not
plays right into the narrative of Lionel saying all along that she's not healthy and can't handle it. I mean, I guess she can't take a 3 o'clock phone call if she can't go talk to her supporters at 7 minutes after 2.
Yeah, this is never going to end for her. I am gobsmacked. I mean, she wants to play hardball with the big boys. You know, she doesn't want to play the woman card. This will totally play into that.
Well, I think
you
it's
couldn't
over.
even come out and
Can we come to the conclusion she may be totally distraught and, not functional?
And
she's
Lindsay,
probably totally distraught, and I understand. She set herself up big time. But you gotta get out there.
Let's get a main update at the board with Simone. Simone, what do you have tonight? I want to hear from Lindsay on this.
Well, here's the thing also. You know, we are going to be blamed for something. The WikiLeaks, the emails. You made me lose. Something like the hangover of this election is going to come over us, and all we can do is stand up and say, you know what? It wasn't us. We were reporting the truth from day one. We talked to everyone across the board.
And you know what? Donald Trump didn't let us into his campaign headquarters on election night anyway.
We were talking about things no one else wanted to, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
And you know what? She's distraught and can't face the music.
Maybe Bernie Sanders should have listened to Hillary Rosen and Donna Brazile and Ed Rendell and who's the former mayor of Philadelphia? Michael Nutter, all of these people on CNN, oh, it's time to coalesce and get behind Hillary, and Bernie needs to realize the delegate math. The delegates chose their candidate before the people voted, but that's okay. This is the cherry on top of the cake. Hillary Clinton going to bed tonight and dissing her supporters. And they're going to blame. You talk about blame. Ooh, it's going to be Bernie's fault.
People have really taken a hit.
I don't know if you guys have talked about this, but while you were on air, I was looking at some of the things that Bernie was saying while he was still in the race. In late May, Bernie Sanders gave an interview, and he said, all the polls show that if I were the candidate, this is the reason that the superdelegates could go for me, is I would do better against Donald Trump than Hillary Clinton would.
Absolutely.
And I guarantee you that this is going to be a talking point now that the election is over.
Well, they're going to blame Bernie.
What do you think Bernie's going to do?
I can hear Debbie Wasserman Schultz right now blaming Bernie. Well, he shouldn't have gone that far.
Or maybe we'll hear Joan Walsh and the Democratic establishment revive the Bernie bros and blame the Bernie bros.
Bernie's reaction right now. Can you even imagine? Can you imagine him going, you're not going to what? You're not going to go out and talk? What? I'm just gobsmacked.
No,
it's a real shame.
Is she distraught?
Probably.
Does she not know what to say? Is she lost for words after everything she said about Donald Trump on the campaign trail? Are we going to hell in a handbasket because Trump's going to be the next president? First of all, the race isn't over.
I just feel like it's such a shame. It's just a real shame for people to see that, I think.
I think
he gave him the college try. You have to give him credit.
You know what? All these super delegates that chose Hillary Clinton before the people voted. Al Franken, Amy Klobuchar, I want to see you come out and defend what Hillary Clinton just did tonight. Sending Podesta out to say, hey, I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Wow.
Everyone's going through his emails tonight, or everyone's been going through his emails, but he can come out and face the music. I feel bad for people who rallied around her and pushed her forward and supported her.
I almost observe it as the pinnacle of the Clinton campaign. I mean, really, John Podesta comes out, takes the bullet, and says, you know, you don't get to hear from Clinton herself. This is totally characteristic of the Clintons to me.
I wouldn't have called this.
Well, I wouldn't have who would have called any of this?
If you're just joining us at 2:19 Eastern Time in Washington, D.C. this morning, Hillary Clinton's gone to bed. She sent John Podesta out to say, see you later, we'll talk tomorrow, thanks, she's been there for you all along. And so I don't know if Trump is going to talk about that, but what is the reaction inside the Javits Center when Podesta came out? That's what I want to know. Let's go to Tabitha Wallace at the Clinton campaign. Tabitha, what was the reaction to John Podesta and that they're not going to hear from Hillary tonight?
Well, it was actually, oddly enough, after a lot of very sad faces, a lot of anger, right before John Podesta came out, they started playing music, and what you saw was people in the risers, people in their seats, literally arm in arm singing along to Journey's, I swear to you, Journey's Don't Stop Believing. And there were smiles on their faces and people seemed really happy. He came out and, as you said, he said, look, we're going to wait till everything's counted. You know, go home, go to bed. Thank you so much. It's actually seemed to have calmed people down a little bit. But honestly, a lot of people here that we're talking to are just bemused. They just don't know what to do. They're afraid to, it's sort of, you know, it's the Gore and Bush night all over again, where people don't want to go to sleep, they want to wait, but they just can't watch it anymore. It's kind of hard to understand. The emotions are all over the place, but at the end of the day, people were hugging and saying good job. It's, you know, there's been no scuffles, and it's sort of surprising that even in defeat, they were dancing and holding hands and saying, we'll get them next time. So
there was
it could all just be a nice shine.
Tabitha, was there any disappointment that Hillary Clinton didn't speak tonight to her supporters? I mean, were they pissed off? I mean,
no anger at all.
I don't know how else.
I will say this. There were a few people who left earlier that clearly had been told that she wasn't going to speak. And there were some angry words by a few people in the parking lot right outside as they were leaving. Like, I waited all night for this and she didn't even show up. I think it is pretty shocking. It's shocking for her to not come and say to these people who have worked so hard, carried the water for her all this time. And to not show up and say something at some point it's a little tough.
What
it's a little
could she
tough to
have
take,
said?
I think, for some people.
What could she have said, do you
At
think,
this
Ed?
point.
Well, the question is, and I respect your question, what could she have said? Was she physically able to talk? I think that's a fair question. Okay, if she was
I think it's a
physically-
very fair question.
I think if she, I mean, this is not what Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton thought was going to happen tonight. I mean, you could have taken a nap for an hour and come back out at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, but we'll wait till tomorrow? It is tomorrow.
Ed,
Yeah.
when you think of what the Clintons have invested in this for decades, the conversations they must have had when they left the White House the first time Hillary ran for Senate in New York, she was on track for a bright political career. And this isn't their first disappointment. They had 2008. That could have been when they quit and said, you know what, we can't win.
We're going to go start a foundation.
Well, they try again, and this is how it turns out. I mean, there's no way they can't learn the lesson after this. But they must be devastated.
Well, if I may profoundly point out, the Clintons have never had coattails. Let's tell the truth. The Clintons have